And it seems like his main focus is potentially maybe building credit and improving his credit score. And so I'm sure that's why the individual recommended to use the credit card as a household item, or as the main tool to pay for the household and things, because he's working on building the credit. However, not everybody is as disciplined as you may be, and you spend it on a credit card, and you spent your household income, and so now, you know, we're just in debt. And if you cannot make that payment, so you we all have to be honest. Am I disciplined? Do I need barriers and two authentic two what do they call it, two factor authentication to access this money that I want, because I saw something in the store that I didn't really plan on buying, but I'm gonna get it because I've been always wanting it, so I'm gonna get it now. So I definitely would just concur with definitely creating that distance, like that was recommended, to have a bank account that you don't have access to, and to where that transfer isn't as easy, because usually that's all it really takes. Once you know, oh, I gotta log into this one, put in that code, it, you be like, I don't need this. I don't need to make that transfer. So that's one option. Another old school option is to, let's say you have a savings, you built up your $1,000. Let's just say your $1,000, or maybe it could even be smaller, right? But you got to a good amount to where you're like, I no longer want to go below this amount. And so what you can do is get a cashier's check. You go put that money on a cashier's check and keep that cashier's check for that rainy emergency fund day, and you cash it when it's time. But that creates a good barrier for those that know that they can just transfer the money when it's in their savings account. I don't have that answer offhand, but I do know that it, from what I recall from the last one I saw, it gives you a good amount. So you would definitely want to know when it expires. It isn't like a standard check. Sometimes when you sign it, it'll expire after 90 days or something like that. It's beyond that point. So I'm gonna do my homework and know that answer for future for future sessions. However, ask your particular bank and see what theirs offer. And then the other place that you can go to is the post office. They still do cashier's checks. Okay, excellent. So types of investing. These, I'm just going to highlight this and not really go into too much detail, because I want you to talk to a financial planner in case you're interested about more. But these are just 5 different methods of investing. So we have your bonds, stocks, your mutual funds, CDs, and retirement accounts. So these are all still something you can do today, and take the initiative to go on ahead and begin to create your accounts. And so oftentimes bonds, CDs, you can definitely find those at your everyday financial institutions. They are still offering these there. When it comes to stocks and mutual funds, you're going to need to have some type of brokerage account, or something as simple as even what's the new one? The newest one, Robinhood. Robinhood is an app where you can go on there and buy your stocks. It's the most simplest app. If you're entry level, that's good for you. And then there's things like E-Trade, which is another platform for purchasing stocks. Companies like Fidelity, they offer mutual funds. And so you have to go to a more like a brokerage account for you to go on ahead and buy shares if we're talking about stocks and funds. So that way you are now putting your money, what's called in the market. So that way you can earn income. And with that same potential of earning, there's also that potential of losing. And so you have to definitely have the stomach and the discipline to know the purpose behind investing and why you should do it, where you should invest. There's options for wherever you fall in that spectrum. Whether you're like, I don't want to lose a dime, there's an option for you. Now, your return is going to be extremely low in comparison, but they have that for you. If you're like, I don't care if I lose, but I'm going in, there's that option too. So I personally started on Robinhood when I first began my journey of investing in stocks and getting that ownership in a company that I am already spending money in. And so I was like, well, shoot, if I'm gonna have Nikes, I'm gonna own a Nike share. Okay. If I and so that's how I went about my own personal investing. And also it gave me a reason why I continued to buy the Nikes, because I'm like, I'm an owner. So that's a little bit about investing. And I just wanted to also highlight the retirement account, because retirement accounts, there are a lot of different retirement accounts. And with that, you're either going to go through your employer to get that retirement account, or you're going to have your own retirement account, which is called an individual retirement account, IRA, individual retirement account. Okay. And then with retirement accounts in general, the difference between that and the other types of investing, and this is me putting on my tax hat, my tax educator hat, there are tax benefits as to why. I mean, there are tax benefits when you invest in a retirement account versus the other four. So you only get tax advantages when you are investing in an IRA, 401k, 403b, any type of tax deferred account. You get tax benefits. And when you are investing in these other areas, especially, we're just going to focus on stocks because that's the most common. When you invest in stocks and you make a profit, you are now going to have to pay what's called capital gains tax. And so that capital gains tax is something you want to consider, because, okay, you may have made money, just know you're going to have to pay taxes on that money that you earned investing it. So a lot of people don't always know that. So I just wanted to highlight that, since that is my other area of expertise, taxes. Are there any questions relating to any of these 5 investing types? No? Okay. We are wrapping it up here. So when it came to the keys to financial literacy, we covered 3 areas. We covered budgeting your income, debt management, savings, and investing. Okay? And I just want to open it up to the floor for any Q&As relating to any of those topics. I'll put them back up in case you want to highlight any of the 3 parts to this workshop. And that's why I like to be interactive, so I'm not bombarded with a lot of questions. See, there's a reason why I solicit for all of them. But then you won't forget either.
True. A method to the madness.
Yes. So if you would like to stay in contact with me, these are the different ways you can do so. Instagram, Christina the Advisor. Facebook, that's a typo there. You can look up Christina Martin or Tax Tactics, which is my tax firm, And also same on LinkedIn. You can screenshot this page and save it for later. Um, and so, yes, that is my presentation on the keys to financial literacy. These are my reference. I gotta give credit where credit is due, so I'm just gonna leave that up for a few.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking